Kind of looks like the battle pass.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like the battle pass.
Does look like the battle pass.
Definitely a battle pass.
That shit look like the battle pass.
That's what I'm saying. Google, show me this guy's balls.
When the Battle Pass was introduced in Fortnite in 2018 at the same time as the Battle Royale, it had taken the gaming world by storm. But ever since its release, it's only been a detriment to the gaming industry. While the spectacle of Battle Passes seems like a great opportunity for every video game to try, only one has succeeded. But I will talk about these 5 games after playing them over the past 5 years, and I think I'm reasonably knowledgeable on why each one failed. But let's talk about the company that did it right first. Fortnite. What hasn't been said about this game that has been proven by statistics saying it's earned over $1 billion in revenue, has easily 100 million players per year, still 5 years after its release of Battle Royale, which is crazy to think because the Battle Royale was supposed to be an extension for the actual game that never initially got released afterwards. But let's talk about the thing that we're here for, the Battle Pass. The reason why the Battle Pass was so good is because it would give specific skins that wasn't ever in the store. One skin that I always thought of when I think about this stuff is the Black Knight. The Black Knight was one of the most popular skins at one point being retailed for over $3,000 if it was on a Fortnite account, which is insane to think of, but it proves how well the Battle Pass was made. They never had the shop and the Battle Pass intertwine, which made it so important that if you wanted to have an important status and show that you have devotion to a game, that you would get the Battle Pass and make it all the way to level 100. Still to this day, Fortnite is one of the most popular games out there on the market, and rightfully so. I think this has the potential to be one of the best games all time, potentially, when it comes to the importance and the gaming impact that it had. Now let's go to ones that really didn't hit the mark. I remember playing Rainbow Six Siege from 2016 all the way up until the end of 2019. And I enjoyed my time playing it. But obviously I grew out of that game and went into other games. But I still remember its importance in my childhood, especially in my young adulthood, as it was the first game that I ever streamed. But when they introduced the Battle Pass, I think they did it in a way where they tried to be innovative in a separate direction from Fortnite. But in all honesty, it just ended up in confusion. For starters, there's 3 different paths that you can take with different levels of different skins, credits, and tokens. And it just didn't fit. People got really confused. They didn't know how to use it or didn't know what maximum value you could get for it. And when you look at it, it made the grinding tiring when you wanted to just play the game. Rainbow Six Siege was always one of those games that was very infuriating from times, but it was very fun when you played it with friends in the sense of it was very hilarious. But overall, I think that the Battle Pass just didn't hit. I think the idea is good, but they executed it terribly. Oh boy, what else can I say about Apex Legends that I haven't said already, bro?
Is that fucking blue? Are you joking me, Apex? Are you playing a joke? What? $40 for blue? Are you out of your mind?
Apex Legends is a very, very weird game. It rose to popularity fairly quickly when the Battle Royale genre became a thing, but ever since then, Apex Legends has been kind of stale. It's always been stale, and really they haven't added any new weapons or any new cosmetics that make you want to play the game. So unless you were very, very attracted to the game, it really didn't matter. It didn't matter what you wanted to do, whether it would be gameplay, rewards, tournaments, even win the Battle Pass. It was only useless stuff. Nothing seemed rewarding, and the basic skins were not worth the price, as they were also in the store, which defeats the purpose of it being a Battle Pass skin. Apex Legends is a game that I played like periodically. I never really invested myself into the game that much. I think we can all agree that this was not a good way to do the Battle Pass because they were just all over the place. Fall Guys was one of those games that I initially played when it released. And Fall Guys was really, really fun, especially if you had friends on the same console. It made sense why this game quickly rose to fame. But then, like most indie games, it died out relatively quickly before it was picked up by Epic Games. When Epic Games picked it up, they swapped it, made it cross-compatible, and made it so that you would have to pay for the Battle Pass, but the game would be free. But as a result, they got a lot of success from it, and a bunch of people played, especially at the end of 2020 and at the beginning of 2021, when COVID was still rampant. Problem with the Fall Guys Battle Pass was that it was too stale, and when they made the transition from playable game to free, with swapping the Battle Passes also as a result, it kind of defeated the purpose of the Battle Pass. Even then, the skins weren't as enjoyable. It was cool little things and cool little Easter eggs that they threw in from time to time, but overall it wasn't the greatest Battle Pass. So if you guys haven't seen my original video on the downfall of Overwatch 2, I have a lot of words that I used in that video that I'm probably gonna say here too. especially with the fact that Overwatch 2 was really just a cash grab, as when you really look into it, it was originally supposed to be for the campaign. But as a result, they canceled the campaign and just put it out into little missions. But as a result, they put the missions through the Battle Pass. And for the 8 missions that you will have to play for the Borderline campaign, it's $60. I really didn't think I would get more disappointed in a company. Not to mention, the Battle Passes have really trailed off from the first season. It gave you an introduction to specific skins that weren't going to be in the shop, which is a good thing. The bad thing was that they basically put characters behind a locked paywall. Meaning that if you wanted to play one of the new characters, or if they became one of the metas, especially in the competitive scene of Overwatch, you couldn't play them. And you were forced to choose from the original characters. That's not saying the original characters aren't bad. It is important to make every single character free. And Overwatch Blizzard definitely knew this going in. Especially from the fact that Junker Queen, for multiple seasons, was one of the most overpowered tanks, and still is today, as it is one of the most featured tanks in Overwatch League. And there's obviously a bunch of other stuff I can say about Overwatch that hasn't been said already. But if you guys want to check out my original Overwatch rant video going into detail about when PvE was canceled, I will put that link in the description. Overall, why I think Battle Passes was very good for the gaming scene, as it was something new that Fortnite did really well, so there was merit behind the fact that it could work. Every other single video game company just couldn't do it. There are plenty of others, especially Warzone that I didn't mention, that just outright failed or didn't understand the concept of Battle Passes. Well, that may be a one-off thing where Fortnite was the only one to know how to do it, because Epic Games took a shot in the dark for a reward system that was completely new at the time, and they're still doing it well today with a bunch of collaborations from a bunch of movies and especially TV shows. The reason why I think this is the downfall for gaming overall, for the simple fact that is another paywall that will just be introduced to people. And it's just really sad to know that while Fortnite got it right and it looked like it was a good idea going in a good direction, overall, it's pretty bad. It's, like I said, it's just another donut wall for all these creators. Especially if you look at the mobile scene, you have people in America and other countries that are spending over $50,000 just because they get a hold of their parents' check, because they incentivize everything they do. And while Fortnite did get this right, it's another way to incentivize small children to just take money out of their parents' pockets. I don't know how that works. I tried that once and I got my ass beat. So, but if you do like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future notifications. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.